Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW. Thank you, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner. And we're here with VSW, and we're going to talk a little bit about Black Label Pro 3 Cups stuff. Now, I don't know if you saw 2 Cup stuff a couple years ago. Amazing event. GCW and BLP hosted these. They hosted a bunch of shows in Chicago this weekend with All Out. And, you know, this had to be one of my favorite ones of the evening. We'll go through the results. It was a good one. And a lot of news came out of GCW this weekend and some big other news. And I'll be doing that on my Art of War and other recaps. But for this one, this is what we got. So, we had a little bit of a mixed match up. We had Starboy Charlie, Action Mike, Nick Wayne, Billy Starks, Jordan Oliver, and Marcus Mathers. A lot of the great up-and-comers of the independent scene right now. I'm a pretty big fan of Marcus Mathers. He did grab that H2O briefcase a while back. Starboy Charlie, too. He's another tremendous star. I'd love to see him out in this way if we could get him out in New England. He could do great matches with, like, Alec Price or Robert Motter, in my opinion. I think we could see a lot of good action there. But it was Jordan Oliver getting the victory here and taking the win. So congratulations on that. Great opening match. Really gave, set the tone for the night. And these shows have great tone, great vibe. I really do like Black Label Pro. You had the Black Label Pro Midwest Championship up for grabs. Tom Lawyer against Alex Shelley. And Alex Shelley was the current champion and had to defend against Filthy Tom. And it was Filthy Tom taking the victory and beating Alex Shelley to become that new Black Label Pro Midwest champion. And that's big news for Tom Law. If you saw Ground Control with Tom, that was pretty good too. But he's a good wrestler, and he's good up there, and he deserves that title. That's a great belt for him. Only big things coming out of there. We had a Resin Gringo Loco defeating Juventud Guerrera and Kamikaze, Dragon Bane, and Alhijo de Canas, Lupus and Laredo Kid, and ASF. Big matchup. But it was Resin Gringo Loco with the victory over all of them. And you did have the legendary Juventud Guerrero in there. And, he's been part of GC Dub for a little bit now. He's been part of Black Label. We even saw him on AEW television. This was a great matchup. Really do love their shows. 3 Cup stuff, 2 Cup stuff. They were all very, some of my favorite wrestling. Then you had another matchup between Stallion Rogers and Too Cold Scorpio. I don't know if you guys seen Too Cold Scorpio live recently, but I did. I saw him at Violence and Suffering. And let me just tell you something about him. He still has it. For his age and everything else, he can still move, work, run, jump, do the move with the best of them. Too Cold Scorpio is the man. And he proved it once again with it winning against Stallion Rogers. Like I said, Too Cold just put on a tremendous match. When I saw him at VXS against Willie Mack, it was pretty intense. And this guy gave it his all. And that's hard to do at that age. It really is. And he did it. So, kudos to one of the best, Too Cold Scorpio. Then we had the Black Label Pro Championship. The challenger, Effie, challenged Jake something for the Black Label Pro. And, Jake something is something. Is something. I first laid eyes on him at a Beyond show. Please come back. He faced Josh Briggs in the main event, and I fell in love with this dude. I mean, he was big. He could move. He was gigantic. I love it. I love big men in wrestling. And Jake something is just that. And it was Jake something retaining his championship and defeating Effie. So he is still the title holder. He's still reigning defending champion. Congratulations again to Jake something. Then we have Warhausen. That's Warhorse and Danhausen. That's scary enough. And add in one of my favorite tag teams growing up in the world. The Warlord and the Barbarian. Powers of Pain. And they went up against Nick Gage and SGC, Mance Warner, Matthew Justice, and AJ Gray. What a fucking war. These guys are just amazing. Plus, you have, like I said, you have a really good mix of old and new. You have the Powers of Pain there. Classic 80s team, classic. And then you have some new people like Warhorse and Danhausen. And on the other side, you have the legendary Nick Gage and everything. All these guys. This was really one of the matches that I was really looking forward to the most. As soon as they mentioned even Gage in it, I wanted to see what he was going to do. As he had already lost the GCW title by that point. But, yeah, this was such a great matchup that it ended in a no contest. There was no winner between these guys. But what a show they put on for the fans. So, I gotta love it. Got to love it. And then in the end, you had a great matchup between some legends, G. Raver and Jimmy Lloyd, and it was G. Raver getting the win over Jimmy Lloyd. So, again, this was a hell of a card. 3-cup stuff that was on Friday, September the 3rd, Grand Sports Arena, Hoffman Estates, Illinois. And yeah, if you can ever get out there, if you can get to these GCW shows, if you can get to these Black Label Pro shows or these collabs, definitely do it. It's definitely worth it. It's some of the best wrestling you're going to see right now to date. But thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was, like I said, I know it's kind of quick, and I will be going quick with these Black Label Pro GCW recaps because there is so many of them that happened over the weekend. But I thank you, everybody, for listening to this, and I hope you do enjoy it. And like I said, if you can get on to Fight, I believe you can still order these pay-per-views. They're not much money. I know they're under 20, maybe even under 15. And just buy a few of them. They are worth watching. I will give that. But yeah. More action coming along your way. Like I said, we're going to do more Black Label Pro recaps, more GCW news and recaps. And yes, we are doing an all-out recap. I know we didn't do a preview show, but we are doing the recap, and that will be pretty epic itself. So a lot of cool and fun, exciting things coming your way during VSW. So please, everybody, check it out. Hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Do what you must. But, hey, have yourself a great day. Versace Stoner out.